Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of Fundamentals in Mathematics. Okay, so in last lecture we have seen what is a adjoint of a matrix. So today we will start what is an inverse of a matrix. That is, we have to find out the inverse of a matrix by using the adjoint method. Okay, so let us see how to find out the inverse of a matrix. First we will see when our matrix will be said to be a invertible matrix, and then we will find out some inverses of a matrices. Okay, now let us see the definition. What is an inverse of a matrix? Inverse of a matrix. Okay, let capital A be a square matrix of order n, and there exists a matrix B of order n such that A into B is equal to B into A equal to I, where I is the identity matrix of order n. Then B is said to be a inverse of matrix A and is denoted by denoted by A inverse. Okay, that is, as B is denoted by A inverse, then it becomes A into A inverse equal to A inverse into A, and which is equal to I. Okay, so if we have one square matrix A of order n, and suppose there exists one matrix B which is also of order n, such that product of these two matrices, that is A into B and B into A, that is they will commute, and which is equal to an identity matrix which is also of order n, then we say that the corresponding matrix B is the inverse of a matrix A, and which is denoted by A inverse, and that is the equation becomes A into A inverse equal to A inverse A equal to I. If B is the inverse of A, then A is the inverse of B. Okay, so either we can say B is the inverse of A or A is the inverse of B. Both are the same things. That is, if B is the inverse of a matrix A, then A is the inverse of a matrix B. Okay, so this will be the definition of an inverse of a matrix. Now, if A inverse exists, that is, if inverse of a matrix A exists, inverse of a matrix A exists, then A is said to be an invertible matrix. Said to be an invertible matrix. Okay. Now, the inverse of a matrix in terms of adjoint. This is just will be a definition of inverse of a matrix. So if we have one matrix, then its inverse is nothing but B. That is, we say B is the inverse of that matrix A. If A into B equal to B into A equal to I. Okay. Now we have to find out the inverse in terms of adjoint. Okay. So inverse of a matrix, inverse of a matrix in terms of adjoint. In terms of adjoint. Okay, now if A is an invertible matrix, if A is a invertible matrix, then A into A inverse equal to A inverse A, which is equal to I. Okay, and we also know one result. In previous lecture, we have seen by the definition of adjoint of method, there is one result. If A is a matrix of order n, then A into adjoint of A equal to adjoint of A into A, which is equal to determinant of A into I. We know that A into adjoint of matrix A equal to adjoint of matrix A into A is equal to an determinant of A into an identity matrix. Now here A is an invertible matrix. As it is invertible, then it must be non-singular matrix. Since if the matrix is non-singular, then only the inverse of a given matrix will be exist. That is determinant, and matrix is said to be non-singular if its determinant will be not equal to 0. As here determinant of A is not equal to 0, then we will divide this equation by determinant of A. So we get A into adjoint of A divided by determinant of A equal to adjoint of a matrix A divided by its determinant into A, and which is equal to determinant of A into I divided by determinant of A, determinant of A, determinant of A. That is whatever will be the value which is get cancelled, and which is equal to identity matrix. Let us take this one as equation 1 and this one as equation 2. Now comparing equation 1 and 2, as RHS will be equal, then LHS must be equal. And from this one, A is nothing but this. A is this one, and A inverse is nothing but adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. That is, by comparing equation 1 and 2, A into A inverse is equal to A into adjoint of a matrix A divided by determinant of A, and A inverse A equal to adjoint of a matrix A divided by determinant of A into A. Now comparing these two, A inverse becomes, which implies A inverse is nothing but 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of matrix A. So this will be a inverse of a matrix in terms of its adjoint. That is, if we have one matrix A of order n, then what is its inverse? That is, first we have to find out its determinant, and if its determinant is not equal to 0, then 1 upon that determinant value into adjoint of that matrix is nothing but the inverse of a given matrix. And if this A inverse is the inverse of a matrix A, then which implies A into A inverse is equal to A inverse A equal to, okay, so that should be a inverse of a matrix in terms of its adjoint. Now there is one theorem or result depending on this definition. The necessary and sufficient condition, the necessary and sufficient condition for a square matrix A to be invertible, for a square matrix capital A to be invertible is that determinant of A is not equal to 0, that is A is a non-singular, that A is non-singular, that is determinant of A is not equal to 0. It means that if matrix is invertible, then its determinant is not equal to 0, and if determinant is not equal to 0, then matrix is invertible. That is, we have to prove the if and only statement. That is, it is a necessary and sufficient condition. So first we will prove the necessary case. So solution, that is a proof, that is necessary part. In necessary part, we will assume that A is an invertible matrix and we will prove its determinant is not equal to 0. So let A be a invertible matrix. Let capital A be an invertible matrix. As this one is an invertible matrix, then by definition itself, there exists a matrix B such that A into B equal to B into A equal to I. That is here A into B is equal to I. Now A and B both are the matrices. Its multiplication is again a matrix. I is also an identity matrix. Then taking the determinant on both sides, which implies determinant of A into B is equal to determinant of I. Then by the property of determinant, determinant of A into B is nothing but determinant of A into determinant of B. Since it's as it is an absolute value, then either we can take the determinant of A into B or find out the determinant of A and determinant of B accordingly, and if we multiply this one, then which equal to determinant of the product of two matrices A and B, and which is equal to determinant of I. Determinant of I is the identity matrix. As it is identity matrix, then all its diagonal entries are 1 and remaining all the non-diagonal entries are 0. So its determinant will be equal to multiplication of all the diagonal entries. That is whatever will be its order. Multiplication of any n times 1 will be equal to 1. It means determinant of identity matrix is always 1. So here determinant of product of these two matrices is equal to 1, and this will be possible if and only if determinant of A and determinant of B both are non-zero. Since if one of determinant of A or determinant of B is equal to 0, then 0 into something will be always 0, and which is not equal to the determinant of identity matrix, which implies determinant of A is not equal to 0, and that is we have to prove. So the first necessary part will be proved. If we have an invertible matrix, then its determinant must be not equal to 0, and if it is not equal to 0, then we say that A is a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Now, the sufficient part. In that one, we have to prove that determinant will be, that is, we have to take determinant is non-zero, sufficient part, and we have to prove A is an invertible matrix. So let us take, let determinant of A is not equal to 0. Now we have to prove that its inverse will be exist. As determinant of A is not equal to 0, then by definition of inverse of a matrix, there exists a matrix B such that B is nothing but the 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. That is its inverse, which implies there exists a matrix B such that B is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of a matrix A. Now let us multiply by matrix A on both sides. That means we take A into B. If we take A into B, then it becomes A into 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of a matrix A. So which is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into matrix A into adjoint of a matrix A, which is equal to 1 upon determinant of A. But we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A, which is equal to determinant of A into I. So it is nothing but determinant of A into I. And we know again determinant is an absolute value. As it is absolute value, then it gets cancelled. Determinant of A, it gets cancelled. So which implies A into B is equal to the identity matrix. And similarly, we can prove B into A is also an identity matrix. Similarly, B into A is equal to I. So here we get A into B equal to B into A equal to an identity matrix, which implies we can say that A is a invertible matrix. Invertible matrix. That is, inverse of A should be exist. Okay, and that is we have to prove. So here we have proved the necessary and sufficient part, and hence the required result. Okay, Kunal, ka doubt? Yes, Kunal, ka doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now there are some properties of inverse of a matrix. Properties of inverse of a matrix. Inverse of a matrix. Now, first one, the inverse of a matrix is unique. The inverse of a matrix is unique. That is, if suppose we have a matrix A, then its inverse will be unique. If we suppose there are two inverse for matrix A, then the corresponding inverses must be same. That is, for example, if suppose A is a matrix, see its proof. Let A be a matrix having two inverses. Be a matrix having two inverses B and C. B and C. Then by definition of inverse of a matrix, as B and C both are the inverse of a matrix A, then which implies A into B equal to B into A, and which is equal to I. And also C is the inverse. Then A into C equal to C into A equal to I. Okay. Now let us consider C into AB, which is equal to, sorry, consider CAB, which can be written as C into matrix AB, which is equal to C. A into B will be I. C into I, and which is equal to C. Okay. Similarly, we can consider CAB as C into A into B, and which is equal to, again, C into A, I into B, which is equal to B. Okay. So here, left hand side is equal, LHS is equal, then RHS must be same, which implies B equal to C. So if we take any matrix has two inverses, then they must be same. And from that one, we can say that the inverse of a matrix is always unique. Now the second property is the inverse of the product of two matrices is the product of their inverses in the reverse order. Okay. So the inverse of the product of two matrices is the product of their inverses in the reverse order. It means A into B inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. This is for particular two matrices. If we take any number of matrices, that is n number of matrices, then generally it becomes A1 into A2 into up to so on into AN, and its inverse is equal to AN inverse into AN minus 1 inverse, and up to so on A2 inverse into A1 inverse. This will be the product of inverse of the n number of matrices. Okay. Now the last property, and we will explain this by taking one example later. Last property is nothing but the inverse of the transpose. The inverse of the transpose is equal to the transpose of the inverse, is the transpose of the inverse. That is, A transpose inverse is equal to A inverse transpose. Either we can take a transpose first and then find out its inverse, or first find out its inverse and then take transpose. Then both are the same things for which where A is non-singular matrix. See, then only it is possible that its inverse will be exist, where A is a non-singular matrix. Singular matrix. Okay. So these are the three properties of our inverse of a matrix. Now we will take some examples of inverse of a matrix. Examples. First one, find the inverse of inverse of A equal to 2101, and second one 123 123 133 124. Now we have to find out the inverse of these two matrices, and inverse of a matrix will be exist if its determinant is not equal to 0. Now solution becomes, first one, let capital A be a matrix having entries are 2 1 0 1, which implies determinant of A is equal to 2 1 0 1, and which is equal to 2 into 1 2 minus of 1 into 0 0, which is equal to 2, and which is not equal to 0. If determinant is not equal to 0, then matrix is non-singular, and we say that A is a invertible matrix. Invertible matrix. If it is invertible, then we have to find out its inverse, and inverse is nothing but A inverse will be equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. So here we have determinant of A. Now it remains to find out its adjoint, and adjoint of a matrix is nothing but the transpose of its cofactor matrix. And what is the cofactor matrix? Cofactor matrix is a matrix which is obtained by replacing each element in matrix A by its corresponding cofactor, and that corresponding cofactor matrix, the matrix which is obtained by replacing the element by its cofactor, is called as a cofactor matrix. So here first we have to find out the cofactor of each element of a given matrix, and cofactor is denoted by Aij. Therefore A11 is equal to minus of 1 to the power 1 plus 1 2 into its cofactor, which is 1, and equal to minus 1 square 1 1 into 1 1. A12 is equal to minus 1 to the power 1 plus 3, which is minus 1, into 0, which is 0. A21 equal to minus 1 to the power 3, which is minus 1, into 1, which is minus of 1, and A22 is equal to minus 1 to the power 1 2 plus 2, which is 4, and which is equal to 1, and its last cofactor minor will be 2. So the cofactor matrix is the cofactor matrix is A11 will be 1 0 minus 1. Okay. Now it's a transpose. The adjoint of a matrix A is nothing but transpose of this matrix. Transpose of a cofactor matrix, and cofactor matrix is 1 0 minus 1 2. Just take its transpose, so which is equal to 1 0 minus of 1. So this will be a adjoint of a matrix A. Now we have to find out the A inverse. Okay, so what is a transpose? Which is nothing but 1 minus 1 0 2. But we know that A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of a matrix A, and which is equal to determinant of A will be 2 into adjoint of A 1 minus 1 0 2, and which is equal to just, and we know that K into any matrix A is nothing but the matrix which is obtained by each element of a matrix A by K. Here K equal to 1 by 2. So just multiply each element of our matrix by 1 by 2. So we get 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 0 into anything 0, 2 into 1 by 2. So A inverse is equal to this one. So the inverse of a given matrix will be this one. For our convenience, let us check whether it is an inverse or not. For that, we have to consider A into A inverse. And if it is equal to I, then we say that it is invertible. So A is nothing but 2101 into A inverse is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 0, 1, which is equal to. Now, first, 2 into 1 by 2, 1. 1 into 0, 1 into 0 is 1. Sorry, 1 into 0 is 0. 2 into minus 1 by 2, minus 1. 1 into 1, plus 1. 0 into 1 by 2, 0. 1 into 0, 0. 0 into minus 1 by 2, 0. 1 into 1, plus 1. And which is equal to 1 plus 0, 1, minus 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 1. So here we get A into A inverse equal to an identity matrix. Similarly, if we find out A inverse into A, then also we get which is equal to I. So if A into A inverse equal to A inverse into A equal to I, then we say that this will be the inverse of a given matrix, which is by using the adjoint method. Okay. Similarly, our second matrix is second example. Let B be a matrix having entries are 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, and 1, 2, 4. Now first check whether this matrix B is a invertible or not, which implies determinant of B is equal to. How to find out determinant? Just replace the matrix by its determinant, and how to solve we know already, which is equal to 1 into its cofactor. 4 into 3, 12, minus 3 into 6, 6. Minus of 2 into 4 into 1, 4, minus of 3 into 1, 3. Plus 3 into 1 into 2, 2, minus of 3. And which is equal to 1 into 12 minus 6, which is 6. Minus of 2 into 4 minus 3, 1. Plus 3 into 2 minus 3, minus of 1. Which is equal to 6 minus 2 minus of 3, which is equal to 6 minus of 5, and which is equal to 1, and which is not equal to 0. So the matrix B is a invertible matrix, which implies B is invertible matrix. Now we have to find out the invertible matrix. Then we have to find out its adjoint, and adjoint is obtained by finding its cofactors. So the cofactors of the elements of B are the cofactors of elements of a matrix B are. Now, what is a matrix B? Here we write 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, and 1, 2, 4. So its cofactors. First, B11 is equal to B11 will be minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, which is square, into 3, 3, 2, 4 equal to 4 into 3, 12, minus of 6, which is 6. B12 equal to minus 1 into, since minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2, which is 3, and which is minus 1, so which is 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, which is equal to 4 minus of 4 minus of 3, which is equal to 4 minus 3, 1, and which is minus 1. B13 equal to 1, 3 minus 1 to the power 4, which is plus 1. B13 will be 1, 3, 1, 2, it's minor. 2 minus 3, which is minus 1. B21 is equal to, again it is minus, since minus 1 to the power 2 plus 1, which is minus. So B21, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4 equal to 4 into 2, 8, minus of 3 into 2, 6. 8 minus 6, 2. 2 into minus 1, minus 1. B22 equal to 2 to do, it means it is minus 1 to the power 4 into B22. 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 3, 1, 4, which is equal to 1. Next, B23. B23 equal to, B23 means it is minus 1 to the power 5. B23, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 minus 2, which is 0. B31, which is equal to 3 plus 1 minus 1 to the power 4. So it becomes 2 3 3 3 2 3 3 3. 3 into 2 6 minus of 3 into 3 9. 6 minus 9 which is minus of 3. B32 is equal to, again it is minus since minus 1 to the power 5. B23 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 and 3 minus 3 0. And lastly B33 is equal to minus 1 to the power 3 plus 3 which is 6 plus 3 3 1 2 1 3 1 2 1 3 and which is equal to 3 minus 2 and which is equal to 1. So here we get the cofactors of all the elements. So the cofactor matrix is given by, the cofactor matrix is given by, what is a cofactor matrix? First entries are 6 minus 1 minus 1, 6 minus 1 minus 1, minus 2 1 0, minus 2 1 0, and lastly minus 3 0 1, minus of 3 0 1. Okay, so this will be a cofactor matrix. Now we have to find out its inverse. Minus 6 minus 1 minus 2 1 0 minus 3 0 1. Now adjoint of a matrix is just its transpose. Adjoint of a matrix A is transpose of this matrix. 6 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 1 0 minus 3 0 1 and which is equal to 6 minus 1 minus 1 minus 6 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 1 0 minus 3 0 1. So this will be adjoint of a matrix A, and from that one inverse becomes A inverse. As we know that A inverse is nothing but 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of a matrix A, which is equal to 1 upon determinant of A will be 1 into adjoint of a matrix A is 6 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 1. So 1 divided by 1 which is 1, so it is equal to 6 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 1. So this will be a inverse of a given matrix. So in this way we can find out the inverse of any matrix by using the adjoint method. Okay. कोणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the next example. We will take one example in that we will prove A into B inverse is nothing but the B inverse into A inverse. So let us take the third example. If capital A is equal to 3275, 3275 and B is equal to 6789. Verify that A into B inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. So first we will find out the inverse of both the matrices A and B, and from that one we will check, then we will take the multiplication of two matrices A into B and find out its inverse, and then we will check whether A into B inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse or not. So for that, first we have to find out the determinant of both the matrices A and B. So its solution becomes as A equal to 3275, which implies determinant of A equal to 5 into 3 15 minus of 7 into 2 14 and which is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0, which implies A is invertible. A is invertible. Then we can easily find out its inverse. Similarly for B also, B equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 6, 7, 8, 9, which implies determinant of B is equal to 9 into 6, 54, into 7 into 8, 7 into 8, 56. 54 minus 56, which is minus 2, which is also not equal to 0, which implies B is invertible. Now just find out its inverses. So now for inverse of matrix A, we have to find out the cofactors. So cofactors of A are cofactors of matrix A are A11, which is equal to minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, which is 2, minus 1 square 1, into its minor. Its minor will be 5. A12 into minus 1 to the power 3, which is minus 1, into A12 7, which is minus of 7. A21, which is equal to minus 1 to the power 3, which is minus 1, into 2, which is minus 2, and A22 equal to minus 1 to the power 4 into its minor, which is 3. So the cofactor matrix is equal to, this will be the cofactors. Then adjoint of a matrix A is nothing but, first we will write the cofactor matrix, which implies cofactor matrix is this one, 5 minus 7 minus of 2, 3. Then adjoint of matrix A is nothing but its transpose, which is 5 minus 7 minus of 2, 3. And A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of a matrix A. But determinant of A is 1, which is equal to 1 by 1 into this matrix, 5 minus 2 minus of 7, 3. So which implies A inverse is equal to 5 minus 2 minus of 7, 3. Now similarly we find out the determinant of matrix B also. Okay. So now cofactors of B are cofactors of matrix B are, okay, now B11 is equal to, it will be matrix B, which is minus 1 to the power 2 into 9. B12 equal to minus 1 to the power 3 into 8, which is minus of 8. B21 equal to minus 1 to the power 3 into 7, which is minus of 7. And B22 equal to minus 1 to the power 4 into 6. So the cofactor matrix is, the cofactor matrix is this one, 9 minus of 8 minus of 7, 6. Then adjoint of a matrix B becomes, adjoint of matrix B becomes 9 minus of 8 minus of 7, 6. Since adjoint of matrix B means it's a transpose, so B inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of B into adjoint of a matrix B, which is equal to 1 upon determinant of B will be minus of 2 into adjoint of a matrix B, which is 9 minus 7 minus 8, 6. Now divided by minus 1 by 2, which is equal to minus of 9 divided by 2 minus minus plus 7 divided by 2, 7 divided by 2 minus 8 divided by minus 2, 4, 6 divided by minus 2 minus of 3. So here we get the inverse of both the matrices A inverse, that is A and B. Now just we have to take its multiplication, that is B inverse into A inverse, first find out. So consider B inverse into A inverse, which is equal to 5 minus 2 minus 7, 3 into minus of 9 divided by 2, 7 divided by 2, 4 minus of 3. Since we have to show that A into B inverse is nothing but B inverse into A inverse. So either we can find out the B inverse into A inverse first, or I think here I have taken A inverse into B inverse, but we have to find out the B inverse into A inverse. Since matrix multiplication is always not commutative, so there is effect of this one. So it becomes minus of 9 by 2, 7 by 2, 4 minus 3, 5 minus 2 minus 7. So it becomes, let us find out, minus of 9 by 2 into 5, which is nothing but 5 into 9 minus of 45 divided by 2 plus 7 into 7 minus of 49 divided by 2, minus of 9 by 2 into minus 2, which is nothing but minus 9, plus 7 by 2 into 3 is nothing but 21 divided by 2. 4 into 5, 20, minus of minus plus 7, which is 21. 4 into minus 2, minus of 8, minus 3 into minus 3, minus of 9. So it becomes minus 45 minus 49 is nothing but minus of, I think, minus of 94 divided by 2, which is nothing but minus of 47. Minus 9 plus 21, minus of 18 plus 21, minus 18 plus 18, 21, I think 5. I think there is something will be here. Minus of 9 by 2 into minus 2, minus 9 divided by 2 into minus of 2. 2 get cancelled, it is plus 9. Plus 9. So 18 plus 21, 18 plus 21 will be 39 divided by 2. 20 plus 21, 41. Minus 8 minus 9, minus of 70. So here value of B inverse into A inverse is equal to minus 47, 39 divided by 2, 41 minus of 70. Now we have to find out A into B inverse. For that, first we have to find out A into B. So now consider A into B, and which is equal to, what is a matrix A? Matrix A is 3, 2, 7, 5, and it's 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So its matrix multiplication will be 3 into 6, 18, plus 8 into 2, 16, 3 into 7, 21, plus 2 into 9, 18, 7 into 6, 42, plus 5 into 8, 40, 7 into 7, 49, plus 5 into 9, 45, and which is equal to 18 plus 16, 34, 21 plus 18, 19 plus 20, 39, 42 plus 40, 82, and 49 plus 45, which is 90. Okay. So here we get A into B is equal to which implies A into B equal to 34, 39, 82, and 94. Now first let us consider this will be a matrix C. Now we have to find out its inverse, and for its inverse we have to check whether its determinant is not equal to 0 or not, which implies determinant of C is equal to 34 into 94. What is 34 into 94? What is the value of 34 into 94?
$3196.
3196 minus, what is 39 into 82?
3198.
3198. So 3196 minus 3198, which is equal to minus 2, and which is not equal to 0, which implies C is also invertible. So here we get a matrix A into B, that is we have taken C, which is invertible matrix. So for its inverse, to finding out its inverse, we have to find out its cofactors. So cofactors of C are cofactors of matrix C are C11 is equal to minus 1 to the power 2 into 94. C12 minus 1 to the power 3 into 82 minus of 82. C21 minus 1 into 39, which is minus 39. C22 is equal to plus 1 into 34. So the cofactor matrix is cofactor matrix is 94 minus 82 minus of 39 and 34. Okay, so now it's a adjoint. So adjoint of a matrix C is equal to transpose of this one. So transpose of this one becomes 94 minus 82 minus 39 and 34. Okay, so here we get the transpose of a matrix. Okay, now it remains to find out its inverse. So C inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of C into adjoint of a matrix C. Adjoint of matrix C, which is equal to 1 upon determinant of C minus 2. That is minus 2 into its adjoint, which is 94 minus 39 minus of 82 and 34, which is equal to, just multiply by minus 1 by 2 to each term. 94 divided by minus 2, which is minus of 47, minus of 39 divided by minus 2, which is 39 divided by 2, minus 82 divided by minus 2, which is plus 41, 34 divided by minus 2, minus of 70. So here we get, this will be a C inverse. That is, actually it is nothing but A into B inverse, and it is same as our B inverse into A inverse. That is minus 47, 39 divided by 2, 41 minus 17, which implies A into B inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse, and that is we have to do. So the product of the inverse of inverses of a matrix is nothing but the inverse of the product of corresponding matrices. Okay. Up to now, any doubt?
No, sir. No.